Welcome to the channel Offgrid, Nick. So I told you in the other video about the tricks I learned here being off the grid the last 6 weeks, and I actually thought about making a series out of that. So today I want to speak about the benefits of being off the grid. Tomorrow I will follow up with the negatives, and if you're interested in that, you should follow me so you actually stay posted and you can listen to my output. So the first thing is, I don't have a neighbor here. Being off the grid means technically not where people are in most cases, as there's no electricity, so there are not many people around. And I don't have roommates, apartment neighbors. I don't have any one of them. I can be noisy whenever I want to. I can walk here pretty much nude all day, every day if I want to as well, unless it's cold. Or I still can do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Only on the lake, so stay tuned if you want to see me naked on the lake. But the thing is, I'm pretty free in any aspect that has to do with other humans. They don't really interfere here with me. It's not like I'm living in the city. Then the second good valid point is, I spend $50 for everything here a year on tax. And I got at the moment 2,500 square meters, and that's half an acre. I think a little bit more than half an acre, I'm not too sure though. I think this is 0.6 acres. So I'm basically living on the pay rate of a homeless, like the amount the homeless pays for being homeless is pretty much the same amount I have to pay for here without being homeless. It is like it is. Like, I got a roof, I got a house, I got a warm place. Cool, I don't have electricity, I don't have water, but I got everything else I want. And that cost me $50. Come to the third point, my expenses. And my expenses are up to me. So I can pretty much swap them all over as I want to. So if I want to buy a snowmobile, obviously I have to pay for that. But if I want to stick tight to the budget, and I just pay $200 a month for food, maybe $300, but 200 is doable. That adds me to $2,500 a year, and that's it. So if I technically worked the job and I made, let's say, $2,500 a month, and I was able to save whatever thousand, I have to do 2.5 months of work, and I already can live a year here. How good is that? I personally don't stick to that $200 a month or $300. I do spend much more, as I need internet, I need gasoline, I do eat out, I do still buy lots of building material, so it does add up. But if I didn't want to, I wouldn't have to. Coming to point number 4, and that is work. I don't have to work. My expenses are that low that I'm fine not going to work. And that's what I got my savings, so I'm good. And that's a huge factor, I would say, that benefits on living off the grid. And I have to, on number 3, when I said I can just go somewhere, because I don't pay anything here, and I'm fine with that. The thing is, if I would be on the grid here, meaning I have electricity, first of all I have to pay for getting the power in the house, and the second thing is, once I got the power, I have to pay a monthly flat rate, and it doesn't really matter if I use it or not, you just have to pay it, which I'm not sure how much that is, but over the year it's not $50 then anymore, then it might be $550, and that's a huge difference in my opinion. And that's the reason why I don't want to be on the grid. I don't want to have electricity. I'm happy having no electricity. I'm running the generator, that's not a problem. Point number 4. I basically can just close my door, leave, and I come back in in a year, and it doesn't set me back at all in life. If I want to travel to Japan and be in Japan, I can do that. If I want to get a good paid job somewhere for a while, I can do that as well. While all you guys or a lot of you guys I assume, got payments. You got mortgage to pay, you have an apartment, you have to spend money. If you want to cancel the apartment, you have to get rid of all the stuff, or you have to find a subtenant, I guess. And I don't have anything of that. So I basically now have an asset, can live my life wherever I want to, and if I decide I want to cash out, I can sell it. And if I decide I don't want to be wherever I go and I want to come back, I just come back. And it doesn't cost me anything. It's legitimate. $50 I have to pay for that, and that's it. $50 doesn't even give you I can't even get a hotel night for $50 here. And that's kind of a freedom that's actually quite high in my opinion, and very valuable. I already said in the point before, that's the freedom. I can do whatever, whenever I want. And I don't have a mortgage. I don't have to get up and pay mortgage. I don't have to get up and make money to pay rent. If I now want to go to the lake, I go to the lake. If I want to go ice fishing, I go ice fishing. I can do whatever I can imagine. And if I want to work, I can work as well. And I just get a job and I show up. But if I think I don't like it there, then I say, cool. See you never again, I bounce. And that's exactly what I can do. Because I don't have any of those payments. I can walk here and just enjoy the winter nature. This is obviously, depends for the person, the reason, number 7. And that's nature. So I've been a lot of times in cities and I worked a good paid job, and on my break I had to do something, spend time, basically waste time till I was able to come back here. So I spent a week somewhere, not necessarily as I wanted, but just because I had to waste the time. It was too expensive to fly here. So I was a lot of times in cities, and in a city you only can spend money. Like what you gonna do? Nothing. You have to spend money. And you can't really escape the noises. You always hear scooters, bikes when you're in Asia, or maybe sports cars when you're somewhere else, or in Asia as well. Depends where you are. And that's constant. You don't really see the night sky proper, as there's too much light pollution. And if you're off-grid, you're generally speaking in nature. That's the bomb. You see animals, you can be happy about the birds. And I think that's actually the biggest factor. You don't have stress, you don't have noise, you don't have cars walking by. I was thinking about me walking. I never see cars walking, mostly they drive. And here we are, back to the lake. I'm in the summer here with the float, go fishing. I got my ice hole here. What else do I want? And that's why living off-grid is the dream. Those negatives I'm gonna talk more tomorrow about, they are minor. And actually, they're all quite fixable if I put in the effort. I'm not saying they're worth to fix, but they're able to fix. Basically, I'm the king of my life because I live off-grid. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I can do exactly the stuff that people do that don't live off-grid while still, living off the grid. I'm free in decision. And I should come more often to the lake, even though I'm every day here. And that's the benefit